new Mandalore. I have reclaimed Mandalore's helmet, lost after our defeat at Revan's hand. Ha! Where that came from. Where that came from. Any other takers? No, Mandalore. We will follow you. I have no desire to spill any more Mandalorian blood today. Gather your clan and return to Ducton. You have seen the last of your mercenary days. Yes, Mandalore. You helped me gather the clans together, so I feel I owe it to you to tell you the whole truth about my mission and Revan. After defeating Malik, Revan made the decision that he would travel to the unknown regions. He was searching for something. I wanted to go with him. I respected him, knew he could use me where he was going, but Revan refused, saying that he must travel alone. When I offered to go with him, he laughed. Then, he attacked me. Revan at his full power was more than a match for me. The battle was over quickly, and then he made sure I couldn't follow him, even if I wanted to. He left me there, a broken wreck on the outer rim. I vowed that I would never bend knee to another. Any alliances I entered into would be ones where I was an equal. I'm not sure Revan knew himself, but at that moment, I think he had a reason. When he returns, though, I will be ready for him, with the full might of the Mandalorian clans at my back. No, he said nothing else. Yeah, what do you...
It has been some time. The years have not been kind to us both, it seems. Is it as you expected? I had thought you were the last of the Jedi, as did the Sith, but there are more of them than you know. Your actions have crippled the Order, perhaps destroyed them. No. Perhaps it is difficult to say. For every Jedi slain, for every Sith slain, another rises. It can be felt by Force sensitives, and it can influence them, whether they realize it or not. If enough of these echoes are allowed to build in the Force uncontrolled, the consequences could be disastrous. The connections of all life would be affected. Yes, in that he was correct. But like Vrook himself, that is incomplete in itself, and it only achieves meaning when part of a larger whole. As I have said, screams and their echoes can overlap, build in strength. And if timed correctly, they will build on each other. The scream will grow. And anything that can hear this scream shall be deafened or killed. Now you sound like a Jedi, disbelieving, scoffing. But in order for this to work, all of them must be timed correctly, must be carefully orchestrated and controlled, even the ones that come from a lone exile echoing across the galaxy. And when that exile forms connections to others as you do, the danger becomes apparent. The echo continues to grow, to travel. If you see only blame in my words, then you have misunderstood me. Not just of battle, but of yourself and the Force. I must know if killing them, if revenge brought you any measure of satisfaction. If seeing them dead has settled the disquiet within you. Because it matters to me in a way that never mattered to the Jedi, to the Council when they cast you out. You must understand, I did not wish the Jedi dead. Defeated, perhaps. I merely wished them to see that they and their teachings were wrong, that one could not truly understand the Force simply by adhering to the Jedi Code. All I have ever trained have been failures to them. Students who went to fight the Mandalorians, who fell to the dark side, who abandoned their training. To see one that had the strength to best them, that is a moment I will not forget. Yet it has not been as satisfying as I had hoped. To best one in battle is one thing. To defeat them without striking a blow, that was my hope. Regardless, it had to be done. To have such powerful Jedi still live, still be felt in the Force, even on such worlds as they had chosen, was a threat that had to be ended. To the Sith? No, not to the Sith. Perhaps not in the way you would think. Let us return to my question. If by killing these Jedi, if you achieved any measure of peace... It was as I thought. You have failed me, completely and utterly. I have taught you to hear the Force again, shown you the contrast, and yet still you do not understand. This is what you have wrought. Countless murderers, slayers, assassins, born of war that has, as always, taught the wrong lesson. You showed them life without the Force, and instead of showing them truth, power, all you showed them was how the galaxy may die. You are responsible for all of this. Even now, events spiral towards destruction, and there is nothing that can be done because you refuse to listen, to understand. You have seen the effects you have on those close to you, heard the echoes scream across dead planets, and watched as your strength has grown. Yet it is for nothing. To have the Jedi Masters brought low by such a failure, there is no victory in that. You have not heard a thing I have taught, and for all I have said, you have never learned to listen. There. Do you feel that, exile? It cuts through your defenses, as unprepared for such an attack as you are. Let that pain be a lesson, and a reminder of what you have forgotten. You are my last hope. The only one who could change what is to come. And now you have left me nothing. I shall teach you no longer. Our bond remains, but that is all. This place will hide you from the Sith for a time. Enough to do what must be done. Stay here and die, apprentice, among the wreckage of all that remains of the Jedi. It is a fitting grave until the Sith come to end you, to end everything. It is done. She is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.